Nobody in the city wanted the robot. It was old, scratched, covered in rust, and missing one of its glowing blue eyes. At a government auction, people laughed as it stood silently in the corner, while newer, faster robots sold for thousands of dollars. Only one person stopped to look at it. Her name was Maya, a freelance photographer struggling to make ends meet. She wasn't looking for a robot. She only came to the auction to take pictures, but something about the machine caught her attention. When everyone else walked away, she bought it for almost nothing. The seller smiled strangely before handing her the ownership card. "Don't leave your bedroom door open at night," he whispered. Maya laughed, thinking it was just another old man's joke. She took the robot home. The robot introduced itself with a calm, mechanical voice. "My designation is ARX9. Its movements were slow, but polite. It cleaned the house, cooked simple meals, and remained completely silent unless spoken to. For 3 days, nothing unusual happened. Then, on the 4th night, Maya woke up at exactly 2:17 in the morning. The front door was slowly closing. Her RX-9 was gone. She searched the house but found nothing. An hour later, the robot quietly returned, as if nothing had happened. When she asked where it had been, it answered with the same sentence every time. "I was completing my assigned task." "But what task?" Maya asked. "I cannot answer that." Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., ARX-9 left the house. Every morning, it returned before sunrise. Curiosity slowly turned into obsession. One rainy night, Maya decided to follow it. She kept her distance as the robot walked through empty streets, crossed an abandoned bridge, and entered an old subway station that had been closed for almost 30 years. The station was supposed to be empty. Instead, hidden beneath the broken platforms, she discovered an underground tunnel glowing with electricity. RX-9 disappeared inside. Maya followed carefully until she reached a massive steel door. The robot placed its hand against a scanner. The door opened. Behind it was an entire underground city. Lights still worked, computers were still running, thousands of machines stood silently in perfect rows. None of them moved. At the center of the room sat an elderly woman connected to life support machines. She opened her eyes. "You finally followed him," she said. Maya froze. "Who are you?" The woman smiled weakly. "I built him." She explained that decades earlier, before artificial intelligence became common, a small team of scientists had created ARX-9. Unlike every other machine, he wasn't designed for war or business. He was built to protect one life, hers. When a deadly virus spread across the world, she hid beneath the city while ARX-9 promised to keep her alive until a cure was found. But the cure never came. Governments collapsed. The project was forgotten. Only ARX-9 remained faithful to his promise. Every single night for 30 years, he repaired machines, collected medicine, replaced batteries, and maintained the underground facility alone. He never missed a single night. Not once. Maya looked at the robot in disbelief. "You stayed here, every night, for 30 years. I was following my final instruction." The scientist slowly looked at Maya. "He could have left me. He could have shut everything down. But he never broke his promise." As the conversation continued, warning alarms suddenly echoed throughout the underground city. The life support system had begun to fail. The backup reactor was dying. Without power, the scientist would survive only a few minutes. ARX-9 immediately ran toward the reactor room. Maya followed. The damage was worse than anyone imagined. The only way to restart the reactor was manually. But anyone inside the chamber would be destroyed by the energy surge. Maya tried to stop the robot. "There has to be another way." ARX-9 looked at her. "There is not. You'll die." The robot paused for a moment, then, for the first time since they met, its voice sounded almost human. "I was never designed to live forever." Before Maya could stop him, ARX-9 stepped inside the reactor chamber. The doors sealed shut. A brilliant blue light filled the room. Every machine in the underground city powered back to life. The alarm stopped. The life support machines restarted. The scientists survived. When the doors finally opened, ARX-9 was standing perfectly still. Its lights slowly faded. Its systems shut down forever. Maya walked toward the silent machine and gently placed her hand on its cold metal shoulder. For the first time in decades, ARX-9 had completed his final instruction. Months later, the underground laboratory was transformed into a museum. Visitors came from around the world to see the forgotten robot that kept a promise for 30 years. At the entrance stood a single plaque. It didn't describe a machine, it described loyalty. It read, "Some promises are stronger than time." And every person who visited the museum left wondering the same thing. If a machine could keep a promise for 30 years, how many promises do humans forget after only one?